the Bowels of Netflix, where your fearless co-hosts Isaac and Larry force each other to watch the worst pieces of shit on Netflix. We will go over every bad edit, all the broken dialogue, all the wooden acting, and laugh along the way, because this is the Bowels of Netflix! Alright, welcome to the Bowels of Netflix. I'm Isaac, and with me as always is my fearless co-host Larry. How are you doing this week, Larry?
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself in the ass.
Why would you say something? That's not very Christian of you, Larry.
No, it's not. How about you go find a set of railroad tracks and just stand on them, open up your asshole so a train just runs into you, the asshole first. Like, I want the first thing, the cowcatcher on the train, because trains still have cowcatchers, I assume. I want the first thing the cowcatcher touches is your asshole.
Now, I know we haven't lived together for several years, but I think you're misremembering the width of my asshole.
It has been a while.
I don't think a train's going in it, but I'll give it an earnest try just for you.
Yeah.
Through all things, through God, all things are possible.
Yeah.
Especially a train up the ass.
Fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
So, we are the Bowels of Netflix. Larry's vitriol this week is because the nature of our show, each week one of us forces each other to watch the worst movie they can find on Netflix, and they have to report it back in excruciating detail. So this week I have made Larry suffer.
It's gonna be a bad one, kids.
Oh boy,
it's a bad one.
Excited. Faith-based movie about teenage girls? Yay.
It's a bad one.
If you want to wade into the human cesspool that is social media, we exist on Twitter and Facebook. Those are both at Bowels of Netflix. Make sure to twiddle, twat us, drop us a line, what have you, poke us, Friendster, Tinder, swipe left.
Napster.
No, right, swipe
Download
right.
us on Napster. Yes, you want to swipe right on Tinder.
LimeWire.
Super like us. Share us on BearShare.
What's the racist Twitter? Gab? Something like that, right?
This is news to me.
I think there's a racist Twitter. Not 4chan, but something else.
That was going to be my suggestion. I didn't. Is it marketed as a Twitter for racists?
Not technically. There's not commercials on CNN. Twitter for racists. Come on over to Gab.
Don't. You know what?
It's the subtext.
You know what? I'm gonna take a bold stance. Don't Gab us.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Don't Gab us. You
do all other shit.
Yeah. You could send us an email on the good old-fashioned Gmail. That's bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts of the show. If you've seen any of these movies and you have any personal horrible experiences, or if you loved one of them very strangely, that would be interesting to hear too. And make sure to rate and subscribe to our lovely podcast. We thank you so much for listening, and if you have any friends, acquaintances, or enemies, honestly, that you would like to listen to this podcast, make sure to suggest.
I mean, look, hey, you know what? You enjoy us in your ears, you enjoy us talking about movies, and you have someone you hate, maybe you give them this, and maybe then you're friends.
If you want to torture someone with sound, if you got someone tied up in your basement.
That too.
Just play, what would be the best episode to torture someone with? Just to play over and over again.
I don't know.
You could pick anyone at random. Throw a dart at the board. And you throw a dart at your computer screen.
Popstar, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, Popstar. This week, Larry, what are you discussing?
It's the simple things that make me hate so much. I have a movie innocuously called The Cowgirl Story.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It's not. It's not.
No.
It's not. I don't know if you're like me and listen to this show on your off time when you forget your fucking iPod at home and just have episodes of this show on your phone that you were listening to make sure they sounded good. So I don't know if you've listened to the episodes habitually over and over that I have. But are you familiar at all with, what would you say, like, some of my least favorite movies we've done on this show are?
I know you were not a fan of the Popstar.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
that's up there.
Well, and I'd say Love, Wedding, Marriage is probably the number one.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. And I really fucking hated that.
Does this exceed Love, Wedding, Marriage and a Baby Carriage or whatever?
I don't know.
Ooh.
But it sure does remind me of it a lot.
Spicy. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Is there an evil villain sashaying around like they're the protagonist?
It's funny you should say such.
Oh. Is it the horse? It's the horse, isn't it?
Mr.
Hands.
You know what this movie is the least about? Horses.
I guess it's a cowgirl story.
Horse.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are they called cowboys? It should be horse boys or horsemen.
It's funny because I actually call one of the characters Horseboy. I don't know why they're called cowboys.
I mean, I guess they wrangled cattle.
Yeah, I assume so. Why boys? Why not cowmen?
Doesn't have the same ring. It's not pithy.
Well, it doesn't have the same pithy ring because you're used to saying cowboys since you was 1 year old.
You say cowmen, I'm just picturing a guy with udders.
Cowman.
Cowman?
I guess
sounds like
cowman.
semen.
I guess. No, you just anything that sounds like ends with man, you think is semen. I guess cowman and cowmen is harder to pluralize. Cowboy and boys, you got a whole slew of cowboys, but cowman and cowman.
Cowgirl works, but cowwoman? It's too much. That's too much of a mouthful.
Cowwomen, yeah, I guess it doesn't work. Cowwoman, yeah, cowgirl. But yeah, okay, fair enough. But when cowboy came up, there were no cowgirls. Let's be realistic here.
There was probably one.
Yeah. Annie Oakley? Was she a cowgirl, or was she just like a bank robber?
She was a sharpshooter.
Okay.
No, I don't think she was a robber. You're thinking of Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, I don't really know anything about Annie Oakley, honestly.
Pretty sure she was a sharpshooter and not an outlaw.
Oh, okay.
But she was pretty badass. She would fire over her shoulder using a mirror riding on a horse or something.
Oh shit!
Cool shit. Okay, anything to not talk about the movies.
We're technically talking about cowboys, which is the
Close
movie's
enough.
not really about horses. There's a horse in it, but I mean, there's a couple horses in it. There's really only one horse. I fuck you. So, yeah, this is it's a film made in 2017.
So
starring
it's a fresh one, hot off the presses.
It's starring Bailey Madison, who I guess has something of a career, although she's not in anything I'm super familiar with. She was in Bridge to Terabithia. She was not the girl who died, which, by the way, yeah, it's a spoiler, but that movie's fucking wretched. So, I don't care about spoiling it. But she was she was like her sister as a major character. I think that was where she got her start.
Okay.
She's only 19, I believe. I don't know. Her personally got brought up in a lot of the reviews I saw. I hate her. I hate her. I don't enjoy her work, and I don't like her. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, 2017. I did not see a budget anywhere. If there is one, I don't know. I can't imagine it must have been too much.
Well, this like Hungerford. This was a found footage, faith-based movie, right?
Yeah, definitely. And also, it also stars Pat Boone, who is a relatively famous singer of old country songs.
Okay.
I looked him up very briefly, and the only thing I saw was accusations of him stealing music from black people back in the day when that was the thing that was happening.
So he's a musician.
Yes, he is a musician.
I'm sorry, a white musician.
You're not wrong. Yeah, but he's been around forever. He's old as shit. He's I think he's 84 now, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he is also...
So he's the love interest in a cowgirl story.
Yeah, he plays the horse.
Oh, good.
But yeah, he is the other big star of this. He gets second billing because of his stardom as a country and gospel singer, even though he's just shy of being a side character.
Right. You gotta love that when they just grab a name and shove it in the movie. Well,
yeah, he had a lot to do with this because he's a Christian, and this is, of course, it's a Christian movie. In case you don't remember last week, this is a Christian movie. It is. We'll get to a little more of that. 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb. That's out of 370 reviews, so about average for a bad movie on this. Mm-hmm. And Rotten Tomatoes currently has no tomato meter available. Believe it or
for
not,
the audience score.
The audience score is 64%.
Oh wow! Well,
which is positive. That is positive on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
Which you got your Bible thumpers in there,
right? I think we had a similar conversation, I believe, with what was your Christian movie? Ja Rule.
I'm in love with Ja Rule.
Yeah, I'm in love with Ja Rule. That's right. I believe that if that's not the name of his biopic, it should be. So yeah, I believe that had a very suspiciously high audience score, and I think we came to the same conclusion that.
Well, if you're a Christian and you see this kind of movie, how do you rate it poorly? How do you say your prayers that night and not worry a little bit.
There's a lot of 10 out of 10s. Oh, it's designed... It is like... This is the kind of movie that, like, if you played it in church, the pews would go nuts. They would cheer.
Yeah. But I feel like if you get to heaven, you're at the pearly gates, St. Peter's welcoming you in, and then he's like, whoa. What's this negative Rotten Tomatoes score for a Cowgirl story?
It had a lot of 10 out of 10s that I saw.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
I'm curious if Larry's personal rating is going to be a 10 out of 10.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler. Don't expect it. Don't expect a 10 out of 10. Just don't. Right. Just don't go into this thinking Larry's going to love this and going to give it a 10 out of 10. No, I'm pretty furious. I had to have a couple angry walks around the house.
Ooh, we haven't had that for a while. What was your last angry walk movie?
Naked.
Oh, okay. That's not that long ago.
Naked made me hot. And not like, I want to fuck you hot. Like I want to stab out your eyes with...
Those don't have to be exclusive.
Red hot pokers.
You can have a good old-fashioned hate fuck. Yeah. Consensual hate fuck.
I mean, if it's... No, not... Just let it go.
As long as you have a safe word.
So, all right. Let's... there's not much else to say. It's like this was like a nothing straight to DVD movie as far as I could tell. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's made by nobodies. First things first. This movie focuses on three things. The army, God, and kind of horses. Mostly the army and God, though. I don't think it takes a rocket surgeon to know that I am not...
surgeon?
Yeah. I mean, if who better to be qualified to comment on anything than a rocket surgeon?
Oh, fuck, that got me. Okay.
I don't think it takes one of them to know that I'm not much of a fan of the old God. But as
what do you give the Christian God on a scale of 1 to 10?
Personally?
Yeah.
A 0.
Wow. Harsh. I give him a 2.
You're just going to get me in trouble. As for everything else, let's take these in order. And for a silly show, I do mean this next little bit in entire seriousness. This is not a prank. So I very much appreciate and value those who knowingly put their lives on the line as part of military service. It takes a special kind of bravery to enroll in a service that puts you in front of those who want to see regular civilians harmed or killed. To all of you who served, to all of you who have served, I offer to you the honor and respect you have earned by willing to even say, yes, I will die for the people who live in this country. That blows my mind. I could never imagine myself doing something like that. I am a terrible coward in that sense. It's mind-boggling to me that people would willingly do that for anyone, even anything. Even if you serve for purely selfish reasons, even if you're disillusioned about your service now, I commend your courage, I commend your bravery. Doing something I could not even
hard
begin
goddamn
to dream
work
of doing.
too.
Seriously.
I can't imagine the amount of work that goes in, just in basic, let alone any kind of real combat or anything like that. Holy Christ!
Yeah, absolutely. Don't let the silly ramblings of a podcast host step on your toes. It is not now, nor is it ever.
We're making fun of a movie for sure, not the armed services.
It's not ever our intention to demean the service you have done. Or the individuals each and every one of you are in any way whatsoever. I thank you for your courage, your service. I hold great respect, and I hold seriously wonder and awe for those who died fighting in a land that was not their own, just so I could sit here and pet my dog and watch bad movies. Now, please understand, I do mean that from the bottom of my heart. That said, I have something of a personal issue with the organization, capital O, of the Armed Forces. To make a long and very personal story short, someone I am very, very close to is a veteran who experienced issues in the Army that I am incredibly pissed off about the way it was handled by their superiors and the fallout of such. I take issue with the culture surrounding the command structure and the casual abuse foisted upon their subordinates that is not only encouraged but protected by the law and by the court of public opinion. I realize this is an entirely personal issue. This does not take away from anything I just said about soldiers themselves. My issues are broad and aimed more at the organization of the Army, and has never once been aimed at an individual. I have yet to meet a soldier, frankly, that I was not in awe of. Please note, I don't intend to use my personal grievances and unhealed wounds to give carte blanche to tear into the Army or other armed forces as some of the things I would normally do, like the silly movie shit I make fun of all the time. But I wanted to share that just because I'm generally not in favor of organizations as a whole, which I'll get into later.
Good point.
And a lot of that stems from these issues I have with this personal issue. So that sometimes slips out when I get into crazy rants, which is because I'm an insane person. Just so, yeah,
Right, yeah.
I just want that to be out there for the world. Because it's gonna, at times, just because I'm making fun of a movie, and in this day and age, the military is a touchy subject, especially with our current government the way it is. I feel like I don't want people to think I'm shitting on them, because I'm not.
Yes. Yeah. The bravery and honor of the individual soldiers is completely separate from some of the institutional problems that the Army as a whole has within it.
Yeah. Yes.
And there's a bad seeds in every crop.
Absolutely.
It's like the whole Black and Blue Lives Matter and everything. Mm-hmm. Most cops are great people, I'm sure, just doing their job, and they're really brave. Yeah. But there's some assholes out there.
Absolutely. I've met both.
For sure.
So, yeah, take that for what it is. You don't... I would never shit on someone's service. That's never going to be the intention. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time it's actually come up in a movie. So, I feel...
Yeah, how do we dodge that bullet this
Let's
long?
get that out of the way. I mean, you kind of had it in Doom, but they're fucking Space Marines, which really... Also, it's the goddamn Rock.
Well, and they obviously didn't give a shit because they were fucking muddling up the Marines in the Army.
Right.
Which, for people who give a damn, is like
the
sacrilege.
And in this movie, apparently from the couple of reviews I saw, that none of the goddamn ranks are right, none of the greetings are right.
Fucking Wikipedia article. It's not that hard.
I know, it's really not.
Or just go down to the bar and talk to a soldier.
I've watched a couple of movies with a soldier who has said, I don't... Just look at this. This soldier doesn't... I don't think he's in the Army. Those medals don't mean anything. That one's upside down. So, yeah. Don't let anything like that... Nothing like that is meant towards an individual or someone's service. All that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. On a similar note, since we're going to be stepping on other toes, potentially, we've talked about religion on this show before, which is the other key point of this film. I'm not going to go into the same breakdown about God or religion. We've talked about it before. Just to recap, Isaac and I are atheists, and, we feel confident in that.
Quite so.
And very much like the armed forces, I have no issue with anyone's faith whatsoever. You're free to believe whatever you want. Mm-hmm. I support that. Whatever brings you peace, whatever brings you solace, whatever gives your life purpose is great. I don't have half of that, which is why my life sucks. That said, again, I have a problem with the capital O organization that is religion, especially Christianity, because that's what I grew up in and got to see both sides of. So, yeah, again, same sort of thing. Not stepping on anyone's personal faith. Probably going to take a shit on the church at some point, but I have a lot of issues with them, and I don't think they get the same sort of, pass that I would give to people who serve and die.
Institutions tend to funnel good people toward evil, one way or another.
Yes, but same sort of thing, not trying to step on anybody's faith. And now to the third thing, horses. I do not like horses. I think horses are terrifying, gigantic monsters that are prevented from conquering the world only by a lack of thumbs.
What's the closest you've been to a horse?
On one. I think they smell. I don't like the way they jerk their heads around all fast. Their docile nature seems to me a mask for some ceaseless cruelty lurking just beneath the surface. I find the Western/Southern cowboy lifestyle completely ludicrous, especially in 2018 when the world stands on the cusp of a technological revolution, of technology that has even existed within our own lifetimes. To each their own, but the fact that the cowboy and cowgirlism is the literal heart of American culture makes me ashamed to be white, aside from all the other awful, terrible things that make me ashamed to be white literally each and every day.
Oh.
So anyway, that's our episode. We'll see you next week when Isaac reviews a bunch of pine cones he found stuffed inside a Chihuahua's asshole.
Thank you for listening to God, Army, and Horse Corner.
That is a delicate corner. It's got some sharp edges.
Okay, marry, kill, fuck.
I can't say kill God, so let's just end this now. Our fucking movie opens up with country music, because of course it opens up with country music. Country music sucks. I hate it. I will give it no props. We get a bunch of scenes of soldiers interspersed with horse riding. We're an American Pie and we are an American Pie and a blonde in a swimsuit away from reaching like maximum America.
Nice.
The only thing it didn't have was an eagle flying majestically across the screen. They did do like a weird green screen of like silhouetted soldiers walking by like a really crappily green screen sky, which I don't quite understand because they had like just footage of soldiers saluting and like parades of veterans. I don't know. It was a weird shot, but the country song playing is all about honoring soldiers, which is fine. But that doesn't make the song good, because it sucks. Right. It is shit. I can't compare it to any other country music because my experience is too limited, but whatever, sucked. We see our main character, Cowgirl, who looks suspiciously like square-headed Selena Gomez, which I think you just have a thing for underage square-headed women.
Selena Gomez was probably underage when she made that movie, whatever it was.
Yes. Yeah, another Cinderella story.
Well, I didn't pick it because I wanted to bang her. I picked it because I wanted you to suffer.
We have two movies that are C-word story, and they both star square-headed teenagers.
I never gave you a movie called Cunt Story.
I knew you were going to do that. Okay, Isaac.
Or Cunt Story 2.
Cunt harder. Now, Isaac, I did a little thing. Before we started recording today, I sent you an audio file. You have that prepped? Because we're going to need it here in a second.
I do.
Okay. Yeah, just so you have that ready. But anyway, we've got Selena Gomez looking son of a bitch. And she's signing into the office of her new high school, as it is her first day. She's greeted by the principal, who greets her by name. And Isaac, would you like to take a guess as what that name is?
What Selena Gomez lookalike's name is?
Yes, her character's name.
I'm going to guess either Selena Gomez or my wife's name?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Bonnie America? I'm out of options.
Close. Bonnie America is surprisingly close for what it actually is.
Ew.
So, on the count of three, when I get to 3, I want you to play this song, okay? And we're gonna put it into the stream. I'm gonna play it too, so we can listen to it together while I tell you what her actual name is. So, are you ready?
I believe so.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's right. Her name is Dusty Rhodes. Named, of course, after the iconic pro wrestling figure.
Dusty Rhodes.
3-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Hall of Famer, one of the most legendary pro wrestling figures to ever step inside the squared circle. It is spelled the exact same way. Her name is literally Dusty Rhodes.
Why is her name Dusty Rhodes?
The American Dream.
Well, her name's not the American Dream.
Her name is Dusty Rhodes, and Dusty Rhodes is the American Dream. If that is not a sign there is no God, I don't know what is.
No, there is a sign there is a God, and he's out to spite you.
So, yeah, what you're hearing underneath, I threw together Dusty Rhodes' theme song a cappella. I don't know why.
If you've ever wondered what Larry does at home with a couple hours of free time...
This is what I did! I was so tired. I stayed up to do this.
It's so great.
Yeah,
How thin are the walls in your apartment?
Pretty thin.
That's good.
Hello, America. It's me, Dusty Rhodes.
You and I, when we used to watch wrestling together, had a Dusty Rhodes impression, which I would still do. Stephanie! Bring them titties over here! Let Dusty have a little suckle on one of them titties, Stephanie.
Suckle on one of them titties. I forgot about that.
He is dead now. He has died. He is no more.
He's suckling on them titties in heaven with God. Suckling on them Jesus titties.
So, for those of you who aren't fans of wrestling, this is complete nonsense. But for those of you who are, you're laughing right now. They even kind of briefly make fun of it, but they don't commit, and it's the worst.
That's the worst, too. They just, they give a nod to it, right?
Yeah, but, the tiniest of nods.
What, is Gold Dust just in one of the scenes?
No, it's just... it made up.
How great would that be if Gold Dust was just like a background character?
That'd be great. But
Well, that was an excellent rendition of that song.
I'm glad you
Larry.
enjoyed.
You should be proud, and you can die happy now.
It was worth it. I've been singing it all day. It's the best. So yeah. Anyway, the principal takes Dusty Rhodes around to show her the sights. While the two are at her locker, some bullies walk by and say, "Nice boots." Not because she's wearing cowgirl boots, because she's a cowgirl and this is her story. The principal does not. She doesn't do anything. She does nothing to that.
Not even a reprimand?
No,
Not even a
she does
stern
nothing.
look? No.
Dusty says, "Ooh, nice bunch," all sarcastic like. The principal says, "It's a good school," proving that she's just a bad behavior apologist, which is great.
Okay.
So the American Dream enters the classroom, and we get the usual introduction thing where she gets introduced, and the kids entirely no-sell her entrance. By the way, I'm using the fact that she's literally named after a wrestler to squeeze in as many pro wrestling terms as I can to make this fun. Not fun for you, fun for me, because I'm the great and the world is shit. Fuck you. So Rhodes sits down, and some guy behind her yells, "Yeehaw, ride 'em, cowgirl," to the delight of the class, because they're that easily entertained. Again, the principal and teacher they're just right there. And the principal says, she tells the student too, and I fucking quote, Isaac, "Try to act your age and not your IQ."
What?
Now, Isaac, IQ is usually in the hundreds.
Yeah,
For your average intelligence person, it's higher or lower, but
the definition of IQ is that I believe the median is 100.
yes.
I don't know if it's median or mode or whatever. Mean, I think.
I
The
think
average the 50th percentile is supposed to be 100 IQ.
I think you just lost a point. But yeah.
And anything below 70 is technically mentally handicapped.
Yes.
And I think once you get below 40, you cannot function. You cannot, like, make cereal.
Yes. You become like a D&D monster, basically.
This is the stupidest reference I have ever heard.
The actual line is act your age, not your shoe size. Because your age is older than your shoe size. She said act your age, not your IQ, meaning she wants them to act younger than they're acting.
If they were playing backgammon and sipping black coffee, then sure, they might be acting their IQ.
Well, the IQ of most of the people in this movie is pretty low, so yeah, I guess. So next scene, we see the American Dream at home with her grandpa, who is played by Pat Boone, a famous singer I know very little about. Apparently, Dusty and her dad are staying with grandpa while mom is deployed in Afghanistan. Dad, we can see...
How progressive.
Yeah, Dad, we can see... Well, hang on. Is an active soldier. And he is currently wearing his gear at the breakfast table, while Grandpa is a retired soldier. I saw things on various sites, like I said, about the ranks and honorifics, the uniforms being all wrong, but I didn't have the time to confirm or check, and yeah, it's whatever. Suffice to say, it's a common theme. Next day at school, Dusty walks by some girls in the bleachers drinking out of a brown-bagged bottle who catcall at her about her horse. The one girl says maybe she doesn't have a horse, but the semi-goth leader of these girls says, "Oh, she has a horse," which, okay.
What?
How does she know?
They're drinking out of a brown-bagged bottle on the bleachers at school.
Yeah.
How obvious is that?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's going to come up again.
All you do is put vodka in a water bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could even make a comment to reference that in the movie because it's a visual... Whatever, okay. We'll move on.
That would require cleverness. This is a fucking cowgirl story. I wish it was a fucking cowgirl story. In fact, I'm going to look that up tonight on RedTube. As soon as we're done with this.
That's the next porn we're going to write in Larry and Isaac's Porn Dungeon Corner. We should rethink the name.
You know, you really fought for dungeon, and I'm still not understanding that.
No, I'm just hung up on corner, because we have 4 corners of the room. We don't need to isolate in one.
Yeah, it's true. We could write porn in any one of those corners.
Yeah.
I'm talking about God, if you don't mind. Keep your pornography out of this. So in the next scene, indeed, we do see that Dusty does have a horse, and she's galloping around on it. Her dad gets a call to remind him to be ready to get deployed, as he could be deployed again any day. We learn about Mom, who is a helicopter pilot, and Dad tells the story how they met, reminding Dusty that Mom is tough, and they have to be brave while she's deployed. We start to get hints here of the sort of nationalistic slant the movie has. very America gung-ho, which is fine. Sometimes. Doesn't quite work here, as we see going on.
Oh boy.
The point gets hammered home during the next scene when Dusty has set up a card table at the school that's decked out in flags and stars and bars and a jar to donate to send care packages to the troops. The bullies from earlier come by, and the lead gothish-like girl lingers to talk to the American Dream, asking her what she's doing and why. Dusty says the troops appreciate nothing more than care packages from home, and looks around in disgust, saying, it's like a lot of people don't seem to know there's a war going on right now. And before I launch into an angry rant about a 17-year-long war that's been happening since I was in the 5th grade that's become so ingrained in American culture that there's some of you listening to this that have literally grown up and have almost reached adulthood while this country has been at war the entire time, and it is now so ingrained in the minds of the populace that we don't even have to think about it anymore because it's seemingly a war that will last to the end of time. I remind myself that Dusty's just concerned for her mother and actually feel kind of my heart soften a little bit for what people with family deployed must actually feel, which is a feeling I've, in fairness, never had to encounter. So, I guess
that is a good point.
There's some parts of it, even though I'm gonna get really fucking mad, there is some points of this that it is hard for me to see because I've never had any family deployed. I've had friends in the military who were not deployed; they were, stateside. So this is sort of a new. We could look at numbers, we could look at all that, but it's just, that's a feeling I don't have any reference to it. It must be awful.
Mm-hmm.
So
one of my girlfriends in high school had a cousin who was deployed in either Iraq or Afghanistan, and this would have been like 2006 or 2007, so when the war was definitely a little hotter. And that was palpable within their family for sure. Mm-hmm. Just that fear and nerves for him, and so much excitement when he would come home for a little bit. I remember getting a phone call from him at like Easter dinner or something, and like the whole table just gathered around. He was on speakerphone on someone's like flip phone or whatever, and it was just, you could tell it was really important to everyone. And I don't know, it was drastic and left a big impression on me, even though I only met him a couple times, and I only dated her for a little over a year. So
right. It's something that we, it's a kind of thing we do sort of take for granted. I mean, political reasons aside, whether or not we think this or that about the war, there's the fact that, it's something we've forgotten about because it's a 17-year-long war. It's been a long time, and it's hard to remember that, people are still on technically a war front. Weird though it is, it's not World War I trenches, but it's not people in danger, just like we talked about in the beginning. So I won't rant about it any longer. So, the goth chick, who I will refer to as Lips from now on, because her character trait is having darker colored lips, which is the only real goth part about her. But other than that, she has no personality whatsoever, so I chose a physical trait because it was the easiest way to pick her out of a crowd.
Lips, got it.
Yeah, she reveals that her dad was in the Rangers, and so is Dusty's dad. They do some secret Army Ranger handshake, which I don't know whether or not it's a real thing, so whatever, before they part ways. Next scene, we see the principal is chewing out Lips and the other bullies because she seemingly found the liquor bottle. The one, like you said, is just a brown fucking bottle they left in school, just on the campus, like a bunch of fucking morons. I don't even drink. I've never drank before, and even I can figure this shit out. God, people are dumb.
That's the cliche of this is obviously alcohol.
Like, why would you make it... Exactly. It's like wearing the fucking black and white stripes and a big sign that says, I'm not a bank robber.
I wonder, if you were so obvious, that might help.
Probably. I don't know. So Dusty listens in, and the principal reveals while she's ranting that Lips' father is dead, saying that she's been going easy on Lips because she... Why did I call her Lips? God, I'm a terrible person.
just thinking of like a 55-year-old trailer park woman.
I'm just saying it out loud. I just feel awful.
She's like, she brought a young guy home from the bar, and she's like, go easy on the lips, honey. They ain't what they used to be. Don't snap one off with your yappas.
Oh, God.
Light my cigarette for me. And then get back to munching. This bean ain't gonna flick itself.
Oh, dear. Oh, God. She's been going easy on Lips because she feels bad for her, but this is approaching... but this is approaching the final straw. Dusty, who will be revealed to be a proven meddler from now until the end of the goddamn movie and the end of fucking time, steps into the office and claims the liquor bottle was hers. The principal, who once again is an apologist, admonishes Dusty. Dusty said she is feeling the pressure of being new. The principal says she will give her a pass because her mother is overseas. Lips demands to know why Dusty did what she did, claiming she doesn't need anyone to feel sorry for her just because her dad is dead. She storms off, obviously showing these two won't become best friends. Because, of course, why would they? That would be silly, you silly bitch. Why did you suggest that?
Why, yeah.
Next scene, Dusty is in the library pushing a cart around when she drops, 3 fucking books and some long, tall, weird-looking dude. I'm sure he's technically adorable, but I don't know. He looks like a lanky weirdo to me. Rushes over to aid her in the picking up of her 3 fucking books because she's having such a hard time with it.
Well, based on all the teenage movies we've seen, that's how you acquire pussy.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm pretty sure every romance movie in the 90s involved the hottest male of that month bumping into Meg Ryan and scattering papers everywhere. And then, 20 minutes later, he's fucking her in the ass.
I think you're confused about the age of Meg Ryan. I think she was in her 30s in the 1990s.
Yeah.
She was in, sleep... She got her books knocked over?
No,
in high school?
Papers knocked out of her hand.
Okay, papers.
I didn't say... I said... Okay, papers aren't... You know what? I'm going back to the movie. I know... This I can understand. You're an entity to me that I don't understand. So, yeah, this fucking lanky weirdo is helping her pick up her books. They have awkward banter that clearly indicates he wants to put his pee-pee in her pee-pee hole, but she's kind of receptive to the idea. In the next scene, we see the friendship between Dusty and Lips begin to blossom as she lends Lips a pen in class. And they're friends.
Oh, boy. That's how we became friends, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I lent you that pen, and here I fucking am, letting you torture me once a week. We get an awkward scene where Lips tries to integrate Dusty into her friend squad, which is the crowd of bullies, including also lanky pee-pee wanter from earlier. They're all, OMG, so super mean, oh my god, to her. They tell her to stop the cowgirl clothes if she wants to fit in. She tells the bully off and immediately begins asserting her influence over the group. Because, you see, Dusty is... She's very much a leadership type person. She's very super upbeat and chipper. It's the type of person I generally don't like. Now...
Fair enough.
Overly chipper, happy people who take control of every situation just rankle against my natural wariness and natural aloofness of all things in any time I'm anywhere. And it just rubs me the wrong way. So this is just a bad start. It's just not the type of person I immediately find myself at odds with. I don't know. It's something about it. And she's all that. So Dusty and Granddad are on a bench in the city. She asks if there's any city Wi-Fi, to which Grandpa is old as fuck. He is like a hot dog left in the sun. Pat Boone is more skin than human.
His age might have surpassed his IQ. We have to test
honestly,
it at this point.
yeah. It really has. It's getting up there. He says, and I quote, "No, around here we do our communication the old-fashioned way, face-to-face." You know what I love?
Smoke signals or something.
You know what I fucking love? When we decide, man, fuck technology and fuck the way you do things. The way I did it was better. My day was better. That's right. Carrier pigeons, smoke signals. You took my thunder there with smoke signals.
Sorry.
Carrier pigeons and fucking smoke signals. Face to face. You can't possibly get the same kind of connection with a person through a phone.
Yep.
Who do you think you fucking are, you little shit?
I got a little story.
My neighbors
about
are gonna kill me.
You might need to go kill someone at a church in Chillington after you hear this. I forget if I ever told you this.
Oh, good. Tell me to kill someone at a church and then name a town. Great. That's helpful.
Whoops, we'll cut that out.
No, leave it in. Leave it in. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm not going to kill anybody.
No, but so my grandma died a few years ago, and there was a service at the church across the street from her house that she'd always go to, and the pastor of the church who did the service for her went on a tangent about how young people don't communicate as effectively or as sincerely because of cell phones.
At your grandmother's funeral?
Yep, during the service.
Did you stand up and punch him in his face?
No, but afterward, I, went up to him and was like, yeah, the conversations are the same, they just take place via a different medium. I've texted people about very serious things, like depression, suicide, loss of a loved one. Yeah, so go fuck yourself. I said it a lot more kindly than that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that was that. Yep. That.
Oh God. That would have at a funeral. That would have driven me to fucking rabidness.
Yeah,
I probably
should
would have got up and started shouting at him. I don't think I'd have punched him because I'm generally nonviolent, but I would have started shouting at him for sure.
Stood up and stripped. That would have sent the message.
Honestly, yeah. Isaac, I'll fucking suck your dick, motherfucker. I'm going to keep using it as a threat until you're afraid I'm going to actually do it. Yeah, just the whole thing about, things are better in my day, and you kids don't know how to communicate. The thing I think that might, because I'm pretty hard to actually offend, to be really offended personally, but being judged for my age is one of the things. It's like an instant, excuse me? Go fuck yourself. Just because you've been alive longer and made more mistakes does not mean you get the right to... I don't know. We have a show where we make fun of teenagers, so I guess I'm just being a hypocrite now. Hate...
Teenagers are always teenagers and deserve to be somewhat made fun of. That doesn't mean they can't also have important and serious conversations with each other.
You know, there's a podcast with a 40-year-old guy and a 38-year-old guy who are saying the same thing about people our age, so I guess I'm just being a hypocrite. I just hate everybody. Can I just hate everybody? Can we just settle on that? Has me screaming into this microphone has proven enough that I hate everybody?
Just don't blame the technology.
Yeah, no. Come on. Fuck you, Grandpa. You get
Back
a goddamn
in my
phone.
day, we didn't have amoxicillin. We just died of our infections. And with any luck, we'll get back to that, too.
I think it's from Saturday Night Live. There was a deep thought. Is that what they were called? I don't know if you remember. I haven't seen a ton, but there was one. It was Dad always said laughter was the best medicine. That's why we all died of tuberculosis. It's just, I don't like it when it's we don't progress because our way is perfect. We have the Zeppelin, we have the whirly gig. Right. Everything is perfect. I've got my same marble set I had when I went off to fight in World War I.
Our airplanes have 3 wings. Good luck improving on that.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, fuck that. Granddad and Dusty talk about Mom. We learn that Granddad is/was a military chaplain. I don't know if he still is. There's probably details about that I could look up, but whatever. We get a religious monologue here. I'll spare us both the specifics, but it's the usual conversation between a believer and a skeptic, resulting in the answer being the cop-out answer every person with religious authority has ever given me my entire life in the 25-plus Christian churches I've attended since I was born. You have to have faith. I personally do not accept that answer. So this whole speech went in one ear and out the other for me, because I've heard it a billion times.
Yep, it's all nonsense. It's a non-answer, yeah.
It's a go play answer. It's like where do babies come from? Storks. It's a non-complete go play answer. It doesn't...
Yep.
I'm doing the thing I said I wouldn't. God damn it. Okay, so it's a religious lesson, thinly disguised, and I mean thinly disguised as movie dialogue. The long and short of it is that if Dusty wants her mom to be safe, she just needs to have faith in God. We will revisit that later.
So all the people who did die in the war didn't? Their family members didn't have faith in God?
Correct.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, the movie will reinforce that. Next day-ish at school, we learn the club sign-up day is happening. I guess this is a thing. I know it's a thing in Japan. I guess it's a thing in America. I don't think we had it at the school we attended, where they have a day where all the clubs basically... make little booths and shit to convince you to join. It's probably a thing.
I've seen that trope before, but I don't really remember.
I don't think we experienced it, but I've seen it before too. It's a huge thing in Japanese school. I know that. But anyway, the American Dream and Lips look at the very crappy club posters before Dusty has the brilliant idea to begin her own club, an equestrian drill team. She argues with the principal, using the principal's Starbucks cup as an example to illustrate how much people potentially could want a horseback team. It's here I realize how much I like Dusty Rhodes. Not the American Dream, the wrestler, Dusty Rhodes, the star of a Cowgirl story. She is a smarmy, matter-of-fact, ask for forgiveness type of person that I hate. Mm-hmm. She's just like, it's sort of like you say nobody wants to do equestrian drill team. That's okay. You're wrong, and that's okay. And let me tell you why you're wrong. And it's just right there. It's just like, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously? It's just the way she treats everybody. Like we brought up. It reminds me of a certain someone who starred in a certain romance movie that drove me to the brink of murder. She's like very matter-of-fact in her impetuousness. And it really rankles on me. It starts here, and at this point we're like 14 minutes into the goddamn movie. But she looks at the principal's Starbucks cup, and she's like, well, hey, principal, remember when, no one realized how much we needed Starbucks until we had Starbucks. And that's what a horse dancing team is like. Okay, I don't think that, alright, whatever. Don't know that applies.
One of them is the business that provides a service that people will pay money for. Yeah, that's not in the microcosm of a school.
Yeah, there's a school club. Yeah.
The global billion-dollar business.
And as we're going to learn, Dusty will do anything to get what she wants. Which also sounds like another same woman whose name I've actually for real forgotten from Love, Wedding, Marriage, and I'm not saying Mandy Moore was the actress. I don't remember her character's name.
Ava, wasn't it Ava?
Oh God,
Ava
it was. Braun. It was because you were making fun of Ava Braun. That's right.
Hitler's wife.
Oh Lord,
not wife, girlfriend.
Well, whatever. Same
Such
deal.
a good love story.
Stop it! Stop
it!
Don't glamorize Hitler. So she tells the principal. And she does it, and I'm going to use the exact tone of voice she uses. You know, I'm having a very tough time right now. With my mother being deployed in an active combat war zone, I'm just looking for something to keep me occupied. Which makes my cycle of hate complete, because she uses her actively in danger mother as a fucking pawn to make the principal and others do exactly what she wants, proving that manipulating things into her favor is all that she really cares about, and thus I automatically despise her.
This is a pretty rough movie so far.
Yeah, we're 16 minutes in, and I fucking hate Dusty Rhodes. She uses her mother in danger to maneuver herself into getting a team together for fucking horse dancing. Oh, by the way, only girls allowed on the team. So, sorry, Progressive, no boys allowed to be cowgirls.
Is it actual horse dancing, like dressage?
No, I just call it horse dancing because I'm a hateful piece of shit.
You know horse dancing is a thing, right?
I'm aware. You said the name of it. And I vomited in my mouth a little bit.
It's dressage, Larry.
I don't.
The one time we went to the Devon Horse Show, and someone doing a dressage performance used a hip-hop song, and oh my, was the crowd rankled.
Okay, I'm not talking to Isaac anymore. This is just for the audience. So, audience, can you please tell Isaac that in the next scene, Dusty has a little cardboard table set up at the club training section of the school? Also tell him it looks ridiculous. The horse danced to a hip hop?
Not usually, no. So but yeah. But yes, a horse did dance to a hip hop. And the old stuffy white people were fanning themselves with their hats because they couldn't fathom that any black culture had invaded their nice safe space. Also, Bruce Springsteen's daughter performs there. Or performed there. I think.
Is this in England?
No, it's in PA.
Oh, really?
It's like between us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Huh. It's every May, I think. Devon Horse Show. We should go. It's interesting.
Your wife is an equestrian.
Yeah, she did an equestrian club in college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, she's more or less Dusty Rhodes.
No.
Without the Jesus.
No, she is not. I know your wife very well. I know Dusty Rhodes very well. Your wife is nothing like Dusty Rhodes.
Yes, she's
Don't ever
a little
make that
more
comparison again. She's closer to Dusty Rhodes, the fat, dead wrestler, than she is to Dusty Rhodes, the fucking square-headed movie bitch.
But yes, I've dabbled in the horse world.
Yeah.
And dressage is amusing.
I've dabbled in the horse world. This is a man who's never fucked a horse.
That's the opening line of a fantasy novel. I've dabbled in the horse world.
Yeah, so Dusty has this little card table set up at the fucking club joining section of the school. It's got little plastic horses on it. It's his high school. It's little plastic horses. Because what else do you put there? So she has them in
flyers, information.
I'm gonna put
it's 2017, an iPad with the video playing.
Yeah. Well, Isaac,
anything.
Isaac, I don't know if you know how we do things in this town, but it's face to face. You're gonna get face to face with my little horsey miniature. My little horsey, my little horsey. It's plastic and costs 10 cents. Blah blah blah. Nobody will join. Even Lips says no, fuck you. Even despite Dusty actively guilting her. So we get a weird time skip here. Seemingly in the middle of this clubs fair. Is clubs fair a thing? I'm going to call it a clubs fair. Dusty goes home to ride her horse around and then gets the idea to bring the horse back to the clubs fair. So what the fuck is happening with the timing here?
Yeah.
How the fuck? I want to do a naked breakdown, but ironically I don't have the time. While Dusty is talking to her horse, she tells it, if only those kids could see you in action, they'd all see how fun it is. And then everyone would do what I want, because my mom was in an active combat war zone. Stupid fucking bin. She rides her dumb fucking horse into the dumb fucking school, and after some coaxing, she has enough people for a team. Lips, the other bully girls, and their male escorts, who will be serving as valets, since they can't possibly ride. And a girl in a hijab. Is that how you... Hijab? I don't know.
Hijab, I believe.
Hijab. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard it. I've only ever seen it, so apologies. We'll get to her in a second. I have a lot to say about her.
Did the army pump her full of bullets?
The principal bustles over and says, you can't bring a horse on campus. To which Dusty matter-of-factly says, no, he's my visual aid, like the basketball club has a hoop. It's okay that you're wrong. She doesn't say that.
What?
She doesn't say those words, but her tone and the things she says indicates that is the way she feels about it.
But she's pretending it's a service animal. Or is it actually a service animal?
No, she's pretending it's like a visual aid. Not like a seeing eye horse, okay. You idiot. There's no such thing as a seeing eye horse, Isaac, you fucking moron.
Larry, there is.
What?
Many horses are used in place of dogs because they live much longer.
They're seeing eye horses.
Many horses, like little Sebastian from Parks and Rec, but yeah.
Sebastian, rest
I know, yeah.
10,000 candles in the wind. Okay, I gotta look into that because I'm actually fascinated.
Some of my corporate training was you must, if someone comes in with it and says the animal they're with is a service animal, you just have to let them in. Don't ask for documentation. This could include dogs and miniature horses.
I am bringing my dog into your work every day, and I'm going to have him shit wherever you spend the most time.
Yep. Go ahead and bring that into Vandalay Industries, where I manufacture latex.
Is your boss George Costanza?
Yes.
Oh, God. No, we're straying away from the movie. She's like, oh, it's okay that you're wrong. So, hijab?
Hijab.
I don't want to fuck it up because I never actually said the word aloud. Hijab girl asks if it's okay for, and I quote, someone like me to join. So let's talk about the hijab girl's story. They do not give her a name. This is not Larry being funny.
That's strike one.
This is Larry going back and watching this part of the movie again to make sure that I didn't miss it. She does not get a name. Do you know who does get a name? Every other character, including the horse.
So it's a hijab.
Do you understand what that means?
Is her entire face exposed?
No, just her hair. Her face is exposed, yes.
Okay, all right. So it's not the full burqa.
If that's something different, I I'm sorry.
No, you're right with hijab. I just wanted it, because of the tone of this movie, I wanted to make sure it wasn't like the eye slit, like full burqa.
That's a burqa, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah. I do not know what this means. They
didn't give her a name. Like, I learned the names of the other characters. I don't use them because fuck them, but she's just a political piece to push the agenda that Christians accept people like her.
America.
That's her story. That
Yay.
is her story, and she doesn't have a name.
Look how tolerant we are.
Listeners, do you understand how awful that is? That might be like the most offensive thing in any of these movies so far. Like, actually offensive. She doesn't have a name. She doesn't have an identity.
Yeah.
She's the token hijab girl.
I'm struck. Wow.
I didn't realize, because I'm like, at one point I was writing something down and I wrote a character's name instead of the name I used for them. This is like near the end of the review. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go back and fix that. I remembered his name. That's weird.
How is she credited?
Girl name?
Is she credited?
You know what? I didn't actually look.
I wonder if they squeak a name in there and they just never mention it.
Shit. Maybe after maybe when we're doing the wrap up, when you're wrapping up, I'll look, because I really want to know now. That's interesting. Because I wonder if they wrote her a name in the script, because that'll be very telling too.
Yeah. I'm scared to know.
Yeah, that's really gross. So
a little bit.
Yeah, we'll touch on her story a little more briefly when it comes up, but she doesn't matter to the plot unless they're pushing the agenda. That, we're tolerant of everyone. Look, we put this hijab girl in our movie, and we definitely don't use her as a pawn to push any kind of political fucking reasoning. Yeah, besides Dusty, Lips, and their respective boy toys, nobody else in the school matters. There's like brief gags with the other bully girls turned into heroes, but they suck and they're not funny. We get a scene where some fucking horse instructor, who was their first sponsor that Dusty Rhodes apparently formed a stable with. Isaac, do you get it? Like a professional wrestling stable, but a stable for actual horses? Do you get it? Do you get my joke about the horses, Isaac?
I don't like it.
Do you get it?
I don't like it.
Dusty Rhodes.
Was he a wrestler?
Yeah. He was the American Dream. Fat guy, wore polka dots, had a fucking speech about hard times, I think. So yeah, blah, blah, blah. The girls learn to ride horses, assisted by their boy toy fluff pieces. The stable guy's son and Lips kind of hit it off. More on that later. We get a montage of Cowgirl clothes shopping with the new equestrian team, buying southern clothes and boots and hats set to a shitty country song, and I hate it. Fuck you, Isaac. I hope your dick hole slowly, over time, seals shut and you have to piss out of your asshole in order to empty your bladder.
I don't know if that's how it would work, but I'll give it a shot.
If I had one wish, it would be that. Also in this montage, they paint flowers on the side of the American Dream's horse, which I guess is the thing, but okay, you didn't know about that.
I hope it's not. That doesn't seem good.
They paint
probably
horses
bad for the horse.
Is it?
Horses sweat.
I saw your wife in the background. Just shout and ask her.
Wife.
I said wife.
Bring me a sandwich. No, have you ever heard of painting a horse?
Oh, like...
Yes.
Special.
Okay, apparently people do it, but they have to use special paint that's safe for the horse.
They got horse paint.
They fucking make horses dance to hip hop.
Horse paint. I'm getting into the horse paint game. I'm all about horse paint now.
Starting a horse paint business.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so apparently that's a thing. Lips and Dusty go to get a sponsor from a guy who runs a feed shop. They talk to him, and it's very awkward and weird. Eventually, as they talk, Lips reveals this guy was her dad's former business partner. Her dad, again, is dead. He died in combat. He gives the American Dream a check for $1,000 as Lips wanders off. Outside, she reveals that business partner stole a very expensive 1914 Babe Ruth card from Lips and her family that was worth a buttload of money. Lips tells Dusty not to cash the check the business partner gave her. Dusty gets all fucking exasperated and says, I don't know what you want me to say. We really need this money. It's going to make a difference for the team. Because she's a manipulative cunt who only cares about herself and what she wants. I don't really like saying cunt as about a person. So when I do know that it applies, know that that's the level of my hate. Because that's a bit of a line for me. So when it applies, it fucking applies. Lips also reveals she stole a laptop from the guy she fucks off. At home that night, Dusty is looking up the card on a fake eBay website the movie makers cobbled together. We see the card is a 1933 Goody Worldwide Gum Babe Ruth card. I thought it was 1914, Lips, you idiot, but whatever.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to bring up 1914 would have been Babe Ruth's rookie year card.
Okay, so maybe that's...
I was going to give them credit for that's actually accurate.
Well, I'll actually get into the card for a second. Maybe 1914 was the... Maybe it was the 1933 is when the card was made, but it was 1914 Babe Ruth.
No, the most valuable card would be his rookie card from the year 1914.
Oh, okay.
Although any Babe Ruth card would be valuable.
So you do know baseball cards then?
A little bit.
Okay, I kind of thought you might. We see the estimated selling price for this card is, would you like to take a guess?
Well, especially in 2017, it better not be over $1 million. Should be less than $100,000.
$651,000.
I don't think that's accurate at all.
$651,740.
Yeah.
So I pulled up a list of the most expensive baseball cards of all time.
Honus Wagner, number one.
Honus Wagner, god damn, you do know your shit. Honus Wagner, $2.8 million.
Okay.
Which apparently was in. There's only 200 made because they were in tobacco packs, and he didn't want his child fans to smoke because Honus Wagner was a cool dude. And the second rarest, do you know?
No, I don't.
1952 Mickey Mantle. And this card's so famous, even I've seen it before.
Okay.
And it is that sold for $525,000. So, and this I looked this card up that they talk about in the movie. It actually is real, but currently on eBay it's selling for $7,000 in good condition.
Yep.
I don't know why I looked up any of this because they gave me enough details to look it up that I felt I had to do it. So that's a thing.
If they gave enough of a damn to get Babe Ruth's rookie year right in the movie, why wouldn't they just pick the Honus? Well, I guess no one who knows who the fuck Honus Wagner is. Speaking of which, we should bring the name Honus back. That's awesome.
Honus Wagner is an awesome name. That might be the name of my next Cthulhu character.
It's a good one.
Honus Wagner. It sounds great. I've never heard of him before. I mean,
I don't know that much about him. But.
Even, use Mickey Mantle. People know who he is. I guess this movie has the writing talent of a goddamn teddy bear, so really...
Babe Ruth is the baseball player, though.
Right. Everybody knows Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
So next day, we see a pair of dorks at school watching war footage on their laptop, loudly talking about the war. They're, watching the fucking, combat footage of helicopters, bombing things that was really... or, Apache...
Oh, okay.
They were... it seems really unrealistic for them to be watching this war footage set to Ride of the Valkyries, loudly saying, yeah, yeehaw, get them sons of bitches.
Right.
And I'm making it more country than it was. They're oh man, the Apache helicopter's so cool. Look at all those bombs they're dropping. Look at those people run. It's really over the top.
Yeah.
And Dusty storms over because she's triggered, asking if they have anything better to do. Redheaded jerk says nothing is better than watching the enemy die. Which I'm gonna leave that one right here. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna hang it up right here next to my laptop so I can just look at it. Nothing better than watching the enemy die. Okay, got it. I'm gonna have that right here for the future. So heavy-handed much?
Little bit.
So Lanky Crush invites Dusty to join a tag team with him on a hike through the hills with her. You get it? Because it's wrestling.
Was Dusty Rhodes a wrestler?
Yeah. He was American Dream, 3-time NWA champion, legendarily feuded with Ric Flair.
He was in the NWA?
Yeah.
With Eazy-E?
Yeah.
Really? Cool, cool. Good stuff. Was Eazy actually in the NWA?
I don't know. I don't remember. I got a little bit of rap history from last podcast and all that. I'm sick of... I love those guys. I'm tired of sucking their dick. They get their dick sucked enough. But we both listen to it all the time, so I can't help it.
It's pretty great.
So, they have some pointless banner here about Lanky Guy's divorce, ending off with her catching on that he's sweet on her. But wonders what's up because she thought he was dating Lips, but apparently he isn't. So why was that important? It never comes up again, so why even fucking bother making it a point of 5 minutes of the movie? Oh, by the way, she yawns in the middle of a speech about his parents' divorce because he's not talking about her.
Oh, bitch.
She says she keeps dreaming about her mom and it's keeping her awake. But I'm still just blown away by how much I fucking hate this unlikable little twin. Seriously, fuck her. She's the worst. Next scene, we see that hijab girl. Again, I would call her by her name if she had one. Let's not forget she does not have a name. Has had "Go Home" spray painted on the side of her car. And Dusty steps in on her behalf. She correctly deduces that it's the war-loving jerks from earlier and confronts them about it. Just ride him, cowgirl. Dusty asks Lanky where Lips is since she didn't come to school today. Dusty says they should go see how she is. Lanky tells her that Lips doesn't very much like visitors at home, but Dusty says, and I quote, "Do I care? Come on."
Oh, boy.
Fuck you, Dusty Rhodes. So Lanky, Dusty, and the cowboy kid who was macking on her lips earlier come to her house and meet her mother. Yeah, macking on lips. I knew that would do it for you. Her mother is a bitch and says Lips doesn't need horse dancing. She needs a job. You really killed my horse dancing bit with the whole telling me it's actually real. I call it horse dancing pretty much the rest of the review.
Dressage.
No, fucking dressage your asshole. Lips's mother, Mama Lips, basically shouts them all down for ever trying to involve her daughter in anything not approved by her. Apparently, Lips and her mother are moving out of their nice house into a small, crappier one. Horse Boy tries to talk Lips's mom into letting Lips do the horse thing, while Dusty stares at the picture on the mantle of Lips' dead dad because military. Next day at school, Dusty sees a sign for the Sadie Hawkins dance. Do you know what a Sadie Hawkins dance is?
I remember it from Stephen King's novel 11/22/63, but I don't know the details.
It's the only difference is it is a dance in which the girls traditionally ask the boys, as opposed to the other way around, which is traditional.
Right.
Which the usual way is boys ask girls as set down by the Lord. Dusty sees Lanky getting hit on by a girl and is briefly mad at him, but they resolve it immediately, and that doesn't go anywhere, so whatever. Also, he asks her, completely negating the idea of it being a Sadie Hawkins dance, so why even fucking bother if he just asks her to go? Why make that a point?
I don't know, man. It's too much.
Dusty gets Lips to go with fucking Horse Boy. I'm already done, and the movie's only a third over. Lips initially says she isn't going to the dance because nobody asked her. It's a fucking Sadie Hawkins dance. Lips, you dumbass. Moving on. We get another shopping montage for dresses, blah, blah, blah. That night, Dusty and her father, who is the even more American dream, I'm going to call him the American dream, gets a call from their mom that gets cut out in the middle because of a bad connection. But other than that, this doesn't go everywhere. Everyone is sad that mom is in Afghanistan. We see the girls all decked out in their horse dancing gear. What did I call equestrian drill team? Great. Fucking shit all over my joke with your actual facts. So their equestrian gear consists of bright blue jackets, white cowboy hats, tons and tons of white fringes everywhere, and silver stars on their upper tits.
Their tits or the horse's tits?
Their tits.
Oh, okay.
And they're called the Rangers because Dusty's dad and Lip's dad are and were respectively Rangers. Because Dusty just immediately took over leadership of this group like that. She's just the leader now.
Yeah, fuck democracy. This is America.
Right. Oh, that one hurts. We learned from a friendly horse secretary that Lips was in juvie. Dusty and Lips talk about it. Dusty, of course, being her charming fucking self the entire time. Lips says she broke into her dad's business partner's house twice. She also says she really treasures Dusty as a friend, which I don't remotely understand, but whatever. Lips talks about losing a parent and how it's affected her and how she's incapable of feeling normal. It's kind of touching. Honestly, Lips really should be the hero of this story, despite me giving her a ridiculous name. She's troubled and honest and has a lot of issues that are far more realistic than stupid fucking Dusty Rhodes. But yeah, also, at this point, no one can act. None of them can act. They're all terrible.
That doesn't help.
Yeah. But, so the girls horse dance their fucking hearts out at a rodeo or some shit. Afterwards, they're celebrating at the Sadie Hawkins dance when a guy in a fucking shitty horse outfit makes Dusty and everyone dance the Cowgirl Stomp. I'm so fucking done. I hate this so goddamn much I want to die. The Cowgirl Stomp is verbatim 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, a shimmy and a kick and a kung fu fight.
Ooh.
Clap your hands with a womp 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 and put her in the barn with a stomp stomp stomp.
Oh, man.
We then get the country song version of that. That is just those lyrics over and over. I fucking hate country music.
Ugh.
2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, a shimmy and a kick and a kung fu fight. Clap your hands and a womp womp womp. Put her in the barn with a stomp stomp stomp. Over and over and over. About 6 times. Set to country, twangy country.
I'm just picturing you maybe 3 years from now, leaning against the inside of the wall in a padded cell, just moonlight streaming on your face. You just like humming that quietly to yourself in a straitjacket.
Probably. Oh, God. Outside, the 2 fucking lovebirds are talking and they're about to kiss when Dusty gets a call from her dad that he's getting deployed that instant, and she has to rush home to wish him goodbye. She cries about how both her parents had to leave her. We get a speech from her dad very similar to her grandpa's speech from earlier about faith, which basically just amounts to a lecture disguised as movie dialogue about everyone has to do their duty and civilians have to do their duty, I have to do my duty, blah, blah, blah. So Granddad gathers them around to pray. I grit my teeth and move past it. Then Dad fucks off to Afghanistan. So for Dusty, there's some real bad stuff happening. Some real hard times. Next day, Dusty and Lanky go to visit Lips in her new house / apartment, ? They keep lamenting about it being a dump. And Lips says they got evicted from their house for not making payments. Lips' mom spent all their money from their dad dying, so they've resigned from their giant house to their supposed dump. She calls herself white trash now, and then we see the inside of her room. Isaac, would you like to take me down memory lane for just a hot second about our apartment we shared in the lovely little borough of Birds?
Borough of Birds. It was a dump. Mm-hmm. The carpet. I believe the first time we tried to vacuum it, there was dust that came up like a fog machine.
It broke the first vacuum. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The basement was waist deep in junk.
Yep.
Was there more than one Geiger counter in the basement?
Yes.
Okay. There's a plant in the sink.
The plant loves the sink. I forgot about that.
There's a mudroom also filled with junk.
The mudroom had at one point, to protect the identity of whose house this was, the mudroom had at one point contained live chickens 9 years before. And the fallout of that was still in the same room.
There was candles just melted onto the windowsills. That was interesting. So yeah.
The walls were, the paint was chipping off. It was completely full of junk.
It's probably all lead paint.
Yeah, it's slowly killing us.
There was no refrigerator.
No.
We had like a college dorm size fridge that didn't work.
Yep. So the inside of Lips' room, it's brand new hardwood floors. The paint's brand new. There is like a crappy curtain over the window and 2 pieces of trash and a chair upside down. And they spend like 3 minutes talking about how awful it is.
Sheltered little fucks.
Entitled fucks. Don't know anything about fucking anything. Just, who is this meant for? Do you remember when I opened the pantry, there were cans that expired in the 90s?
Yes.
Canned food that expired in 1996.
That's almost 2 decades.
We lived there for years.
Yep.
Not a good time.
Not the best.
But these fucking entitled fucks wouldn't know hard times. It's bullshit. So next day at the shop of the dad's business dead partner.
Larry's stroking out there.
I kind of did. Dusty only half of that was faked. I'm not kidding. Dusty fucking inserts herself into her friends' lives yet again and confronts the partner about the Babe Ruth card. She says the war has been very hard on the Lips family. Lips
times
family.
is she gonna say that?
Yeah. Business partner, the Lips family. It's not funny until I said it out loud. Business partner tells her to fuck off, basically, without confirming that he has the card. She still takes his check, though. She still cashes that. So, it's moral high ground. Okay. So we get a bunch of pointless crap here about Dusty and Horseboy being hicks. Horseboy's dad tells Horseboy, "Hey, Horseboy, you can't be dating up on Lips. She's a delinquent and poor as fuck. I can't be having you spill your valuable Horseboy seed in no unworthy girl." We also see that Dusty's horse is bleeding from the neck, apparently sick. The horse has a name. If they couldn't give the hijab girl a name, I'm not giving the horse his fucking name. I'm not going to give them... Fuck you fucking pieces of shit.
Don't take it out on the horse. I'm going to call the horse Sugar.
Well, you can call the horse whatever you want.
Okay.
Because it's bleeding from the nose and it's apparently sick.
Aw, poor Sugar.
The vet says he has twisted guts, but is most likely going to be okay after some antibiotics. The next day, the jerky guys from earlier surround hijab girl in the cafeteria and chant "Go home" over and over at her. Dusty intervenes and shoves the leader, Ginger, who talked about the enemy dying earlier, telling them that hijab girl's dad is fighting in Afghanistan and that she is more American than they will ever be. And apparently the other bully's like, "Whoa, hang on, his Ginger Jerk's dad died in 9/11. Isaac, are you ready for the worst line in the entire movie?
No.
Upon hearing that Ginger Jerk's dad has died, Dusty Rhodes' response is, quote, "So? My hamster died last week and I don't go around acting like a jerk."
What? What?
That is the thing. That is the thing she says.
I would argue the one time you might have some understanding and compassion for a teenager committing a hate crime against a Muslim is if one of their intimate family members died on 9/11.
Yeah, you think
that's
especially
still not
someone
cool.
who fucking makes a living out of profiting off her parents' misfortune for being in the military. Don't you think maybe you don't shit down somebody's throat like that by mocking their parents' death when your entire life is built around your parents being in danger?
Yeah, no, you don't want to have a little compassion, but also education and
Fucking
no,
cunt.
yeah.
She
You're
is
not
a
wrong.
cunt.
She is. She is a country girl, Larry.
So fucking Dusty Rhodes gets an alert that the Babe Ruth card is for sale. She asks... wait, I skipped the line. She tells Lips, and Lips asks Dusty to help her break into the store at night so she can look in the safe and check if the card is actually there. Lips says that she knows the combination to the safe because it's the same safe that the partner used when her dad was alive. You'd think he'd change it, considering he has a $600,000 asset in there, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm dying of death at this point. So, Lips says that she feels her dad's presence, and that he's sad because his wishes aren't being fulfilled, because he would have wanted her and her mom to have the card. Important note on that. We get comedy burgling. The girls knock shit over, usual stuff as they break in. Lips cracks the safe. Every time... Lips now, it was... When I was writing it, I didn't think anything of it, but as I'm saying it, just Lips cracks the safe. And finds that indeed the card is there, along with a letter from dead dad saying to pass it along to Lips and her mother. I need to now talk about the music here for a second. The music in this movie is really shit. I mean, the parts that aren't the country. Obviously, the country's garbage. But, like, the stings and whatnot... There's the breaking in music was like this whimsical, like ding doo doo ding doo.
Oh my god!
Like sort of whimsical, and then it's got like a dun 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 dun. Like it sounds like it's suspenseful, but it's whimsy. It sounds like it's when I'm doing it, and they have that music while they're breaking in the whole time, and it's like a fucking 12-second loop. And then she's looking at the card, and Lips is crying. She's like, "Oh, my dad, he left this card for me, and I got cheated, and my life is awful." And there's like generic sad music. And then when they're leaving again, Dusty's like, "Oh, we gotta go," and it goes back into the whimsical. And it's like, wow, way to bookend any sort of emotion with whimsy there.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
We were just talking the other week about how, especially Disney's great at just
yanking emotions out of you by perfectly calibrated music.
Yeah.
This is the opposite.
Yeah, no, it's just...
How quickly you can fuck it up.
As soon as you start to feel, go back to the same whimsical track. Even if you went to a different one, that'd be better.
That would be better, yeah.
Going back to the same one, whatever. They get caught, of course, by the cops as they leave, and they're hauled into the station. Grandpa shows up to collect Dusty, informing her, of course, that her mother's helicopter has gone down and her mother is missing. Dusty naturally gets very upset about this, which is understandable.
She's going to pray and the mother's going to be fine, isn't she?
They try to take her home to pray. Insert Larry eye roll here. Dusty won't leave without Lips, but the cops say no, Lips has a prior record. However, Dusty does the equivalent of crossing her arms and stamping her feet, going, meh, until the cops say, well, all right, fine, you get to keep getting what you want. Also, nothing is missing, so I guess whatever.
That's how the law works.
Yeah.
Breaking and entering.
Yeah.
You didn't steal anything. Whatever. Attempted murder. That's fine.
Next day, Lips confronts Horseboy about him dodging her, which he apparently has been doing off-screen, I guess. He tries to explain it away, even though it's his dad who told him not to spill his precious Horseboy seed inside of Lips' filthy lips. She reasons it out and tells him that she would have fought for him and he's a coward. I hate that line. I hate that line. I hate that line. I hate the line, you fight for me, or you should have fought for me, I would have fought for you. I hate it. It's bullshit. It's fucking meaningless. It's just, a lot of bad history with that one. She says she felt something for him she never felt before. They didn't date and had 2 scenes together. She felt nothing. This is just movie romance slapped together like a Horseboy dick slapped against a pair of lips. Oh, by the way, Dusty's horse dies.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, Sugar, no.
They have a funeral for the horse, who is buried in a very human-sized grave.
Are the feet sticking up? Are the feet sticking up?
I could not get over the fucking human-sized grave this over 1,000-pound animal is in. I didn't even hear the eulogy because I was just glaring at this improperly sized horse grave.
There's no way they bury horses. They have to cremate them, right?
All I know is that improperly sized horse graves and they might expand.
That's good. That's metal.
I don't know if they bury horses, but it's a human size. It's too big for ashes and too small for a horse.
Good point.
Also, that's the name of my first album.
Oh, this is perfect.
I'm gonna play I want to play a horse's rib cage with a pair of horse femurs. Boy, I'm gonna get all the. I may have not tried to not offend the Christians in the army, but I'm gonna get the horse people after me.
Seriously, you're going hard on them.
I needed an easy target. There's a lot of careful treading to do. Okay.
Yeah, well, you might be able to outrun the horse people, but you won't be able to outrun their horses, Larry.
Shit, you're right. I'll just get in a car.
Horses don't need gas.
They do. Food is their gas. Food and water are their gas, you fucking dumbass.
I'm sad Sugar's dead. Poor Sugar.
It's not the horse's name. And
yeah,
if they don't give Hijab Girl a name, I'm not giving horse a name. Granddad chimes in and says that God loves horses. He mentions when Jesus comes again, he's going to be riding a big white horse. And on that day, they'll see Dusty's horse again. That is terrifying to me. God leading a bunch of undead fucking horses dressed as his son coming out of the fucking... I gotta stop. I can't. So, yeah, her horse is dead, and she's once again experiencing hard times. So next day, Dusty's talking to Granddad again about God, just this time on a fucking bench instead of at a horse grave. They mention that Mom still isn't found, and Dusty questions her faith. And we get another grandpa lecture about religion. Like, I get it. That's what this movie is for. But maybe it's just me, because I've heard this speech at a million fucking churches and several different youth groups, and my mother trying to beat Christianity into me when she was hardcore. Thankfully, she's grown out of that. It's the same rhetoric over and over, and it's just so tiresome. It doesn't even matter what it is, just the same sort of rhetoric constantly, ever unchanging. It stops having any value or meaning. Mm-hmm. It's like holidays. It's really what it's Thanksgiving has no meaning to me. Halloween and Christmas is it's the same shit constantly. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't.
No, you're right.
It might be just the fact that I've been overexposed. I just don't like...
turns into background noise.
I don't like preachy stuff, and this is literally preaching. I can't. So Grandpa tells the American Dream that if she doesn't give up on God, he won't give up on her. I have so much to say about that, but we're just going to save it for our other show, Religion Corner. You all know I believe in nothing, so fine, whatever. We get this followed by a Christian country song montage of Dusty walking around sadly before wandering into a church. The song playing is super Christian and super country, so suffice it to say, not a fan. Dusty wanders into church and stumbles across Ginger Jerk. They have a talk where he apologizes about what happened, coming at Hijab Girl like he did. He reveals that, and I swear to God, he says that her pushing him and yelling at him, I swear to God, if they're saying I believe in nothing. Her pushing him and yelling at him about his dad and hamster caused him to turn to religion. Her shove and shitty, awful, hateful things she said turned him towards the Lord. He prayed for the first time, and it made him feel better. He says it helped him clear things up about his dad. Apparently his dad dying in the towers was random, as he just happened to be there that day. He didn't work there or anything. And that's...
What difference does that make?
And that's great. If you have religion in your life and it does good things for you, more power to you and more power to it.
Yeah, okay.
That's the part of religion and faith I do think is great and is healthy. What it can do for you is fine and dandy in my book. The personal feelings and the purpose it provides to you, fine. I'm totally all about it. So if he was able to get closure or healing or acceptance about his dad from Christianity and a relationship with God, that's great. That's honestly great. Even if it came off of Dusty Rhodes saying something shitty and awful. And off of him doing something. I mean, I jumped right on Dusty Rhodes comparing his dead dad to a fucking hamster. But he did something equally as awful, too, by...
Oh, yeah.
Attacking
and what I said earlier wasn't meant to excuse him.
Sure.
But you could understand why he would feel that bigotry. That's an understandable feeling of bigotry.
Right.
In that particular situation. Doesn't make it okay.
And this is all undercut again. I know I keep bringing this up, but I really need you to understand, again, this girl has no name. This kid has a name. His name is Calhoun. She has no name.
That's a great name for a redhead.
Just, she is there for this. That's it. That makes all of this just even more problematic as fuck.
A little bit.
So, yeah, he did a shitty thing, too, and everybody's shitty. So, yeah, so she pushed him and turned him into fucking... Dusty sets off the chain by comparing the tragic death of his father to a hamster, which drives me insane considering the way she treats others. I've already ranted about it. Anyway, they make up...
And she's also mourning her goddamn horse.
Yeah, right.
Fucking sugar.
Fuck the horse. They make up and become friends and pray together and fuck me in the ass. I want to be done with this. So Dusty goes to the fucking stable to get her horse's nameplate and talks to Horse Boy about how he fucked up his relationship with Lips, blah, blah, blah. We see while she's leaving, Dusty sees a new stallion that just came in and starts to bond with it. Before lanky boyfriend drives up to tell her that... Isaac, would you like to take a guess at what lanky boyfriend tells her?
I'm really scared the mom's dead and she's going to think now the mom's soul is in the horse.
No. Her dad has been wounded.
Okay.
Not as bad. You thought
not
of
in
a
the
much
horse.
worse
He's not
thing.
in the horse.
And in the dumbest part... Oh, I forgot about this until just now.
You're having flashbacks.
Oh, I got so wrapped up in everything else I forgot about this. In the dumbest part of this entire movie... I need a second. Can we talk about something else for just 1 second?
Can you hear Charlie creeping through the jungle and smell the napalm in the air?
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Her wounded father was brought from Afghanistan.
Oh no.
Wounded to where they live, which is Texas.
Oh boy.
Texas and Afghanistan, Isaac. Isaac, would you like to guess how many fucking miles that is? It's 7,800 miles, Isaac.
Yep. That's pretty close to the opposite side of the world.
Of human filth. I hope your death involves pain, and I hope I'm there to watch.
Well, wherever I get wounded, I'll make sure to get shipped to wherever you are. Because we know how easy that is, yeah.
They bring a wounded soldier from the battlefields of Afghanistan to be patched up in Texas. And in that time, somehow, nobody found Dusty until the dad was in the hospital and fixed up.
For fuck's sake.
Lanky says she's been avoiding their calls, but this girl goes to 2 fucking places. The stable and school. How hard can she be to find? But for fuck's sake, once again, Dusty Rhodes is going through hard times. So we learn that Mom is still being searched for. The fucking horse dancing team comes in to visit the wounded dad. And while Dusty says they backed out of the rodeo, Dad convinces her to get them back into it. Dad's just home. He's just back. He's
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Back again. The American dream is back. Tell a friend.
I hate you.
The timing just doesn't work. But
No,
I did an episode about time, and I don't need to revisit it yet. I need some... Ironically, again, I need more time in between that. So the horse show is back on. At the rodeo, Dad, who is out of bed and on crutches with a busted up leg and a bit of ear trouble, is here. Ginger Jerk, who is now repentant, goes up to Hijab Girl and shakes her hand, apologizing. She's never seen. She's never seen again, and she had no name.
Oh, it'd be so great if she just faded away like a ghost.
She might as well have. How the fuck? I don't. I'm actually offended. Like, are you fucking serious?
It wouldn't be that hard to give her a name.
God.
Maybe they couldn't think of any names that sounded foreign enough without sounding offensive. And they didn't want to call her Ashley, because that wouldn't be cool.
Well, she's not white. Only white girls can be named Ashley, Isaac.
Damn straight.
Jesus. God. We gotta end this, even though there's a lot to go through yet. So, we're getting towards the end of the movie, but I have a lot of things to complain about. So, Lip's mom, who earlier refused to show up, is now brought to the horse dance by Horse Boy, and they make up. Meanwhile, Dusty's grandpa shows up with Dad's business partner in tow. The partner apologizes and gives Lips and her mom back the Babe Ruth card. He talks about having a change of heart. And we actually get the one awesome scene in this movie where they show Grandpa, like, going into the partner's store and just, like, kind of talking to him about the card and about God. And he's like, you know, it's really weird how in the army they issue the chaplains guns. It's like, I never did understand why they gave the chaplains guns, and how he still carries it with him on special days, and today is a special day.
Oh my
and
God.
He fucking quotes the passage from Pulp Fiction. It's
What?
so cool. I made all that up. I made all that up. That was complete bullshit. None of that happened.
Fuck. You
Business
fucking
partner
fuck.
just has a change of heart. That
You got
Grandpa's
me.
there. That's
You fucking slag. You had me hook, line, and sinker. You
I know. Didn't
fucking
that sound
bent.
awesome?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
getting into it.
No.
Once there was a Pulp Fiction reference, I was like, oh shit.
No.
Someone gave a...
The partner
Larry.
we see the partner come up to Grandpa, and Grandpa's like, I'm glad we had that talk yesterday. I'm sure you're going to do the right thing. And then he does the right thing.
I gotta try that.
Yeah. It'll work. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Dusty kisses up on Lanky, and there's a relationship we didn't need because it added nothing to the plot or anything. Something tag teaming her pussy hole all night long. I don't know. I'm too full of hate to make jokes anymore. Dusty and Lips talk about getting the card back. Lips says she feels like her dad's spirit is finally at peace, and she can't sense him anymore. And we see the Force ghost of her dad in the distance, looking at her, who salutes them and walks off into the sunset to heaven. Isaac, did I make that scene up?
You must have.
I'll never tell.
I can go watch it.
Fuck you. Go ahead. Oh, please. Isaac. Isaac Early, nothing in the world will make me happier than for you to watch a Cowgirl story.
God damn it. God
By
damn
the way,
you.
start at minute 1 so you don't miss it.
No, there's no way it's a Force ghost. Is Yoda there?
I'll never tell.
God damn it.
That's right.
It's
I'm
Hayden
Eli Roth
Christensen
now.
there.
So the fucking horse dance happens. I've been hard on horse riding, I know, but it's just not. It's not for me. I'm sorry. It's just I don't get any enjoyment out of it.
You have ridden a horse, though, right?
I have. It's many,
It's terrifying.
many years. Many
It
years.
is terrifying.
They're scary animals to me.
Oh, my God, yes.
They're gigantic and smelly and terrifying. Like that, my paragraph from the beginning was not a joke. I don't like them. They freak me out.
I have a bizarre respect for them, but the only time I've ridden one was through the forest in Hawaii, and I thought I might die at a certain point when it started
kinda
running
awesome,
when I
though.
didn't want it to.
Were you
It was
shirtless?
cool. No, God, I'm disgusting.
And one of my favorite stories about your relationship with your wife is when you guys were dating still. You got her a picture of Peter Dinklage shirtless on a horse framed,
Yes.
which might be the best gift anyone's ever gotten anybody.
It is a pretty great gift. I do have to confess, in order to be allowed to ride the horse, I had to lie about my weight.
Aww. Hey, if any consolation, I would have to as well.
I think I was only like 5 pounds above the cutoff, so I felt okay. I was like, the horse's spine can take it. I want to ride this goddamn pony. I'm on vacation.
I just imagine you with like 3 coconuts full of rum in your hand, juggling them very badly. Give me on that fucking horse.
And in my mind, too,
And then
I
I'm
was
gonna
like, I
fuck
got so
my wife.
paranoid. I was like, are they going to have a scale? Are they going to make me get on a scale and check, or are they going to take my word for it? I don't know, these horse people on the Isle of Oahu work.
Wow. You killed a horse.
I probably contributed to degenerative spinal disease, but yeah.
I mean, you weren't in heavy armor or anything. You're fine. Everybody's fine. The horses are great.
Why would you assume I wasn't in heavy armor?
You're right. Because you were in Hawaii. I don't care. I hope it was full of mosquitoes. All this pomp and circumstance for the horse shit, it's for a rodeo halftime show that's attended by like 95 people max. For the little town of fuck your asshole, Texas.
It's a great town. Good people.
It's fuck your YER asshole. Because it's the South.
Fuck your.
Hey, you heading out to fuck your? I got some mail going there. You take my package of fuck your. I like to call it asshole. No, I like fuck your. After the show is over, Dusty is giving an inspiring speech about the troops with all the main characters in tow on their little rodeo stage. She pretty much wraps up the plot in a nice little down-home country speech that hits all the major points before ending off with saying, excuse me, very burpy. Her mother is currently missing in Afghanistan. She asks everyone to bow their heads. I think I had the hiccups. Oh, God. She asks everyone to bow their heads, and Grandpa gives a fucking prayer again. It's the one you've all heard. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures, etc., etc. It's Psalm 23. Everyone's heard it. I'm almost positive.
Is that Valley of the Shadow of Death, or am I thinking of something else?
I
know some.
I can't remember.
Fuck. Okay, whatever. Like I know scripture.
Right.
You know it more than me. You've read the Bible.
Yeah, cover to cover. It's a compelling read.
Yeah, I did cover to cover. I just went the opposite direction. It's much easier. Just says Holy Bible.
Property of Motel 6. Yeah. After this, everyone cheers because we are in Texas after all. The rodeo MC gets a phone call, meanwhile, and announces to the delight of everyone, "Are you ready, Isaac? Are you fucking ready for this?" What is he about to announce?
Mom's dead, reincarnated in the horse.
Mom is found.
Back. She's back. She's back.
And she
Is she
gets
here?
out of a fucking car
Yeah.
and runs on to the rodeo field.
So they left the family in suspense for the minimum, like if they found her, put her on a plane to get back to America, minimum 14 hours to get to that rodeo.
Who called the rodeo MC instead of her family? What the fucking shit, whole fuck shit, slap, chop, motherfucking piece of shit is this?
Well, we know Army protocol. If you're from Texas, that's the first person on the emergency contact list. Your local rodeo MC.
I play with D&D with a guy who lives in Texas. I'm going to ask him for his rodeo MC's number. I'm going to prank call him. Is that like So like a Texan like drug consumer just has like in their phone, this is Pizza Hut, this is my dealer, that's my rodeo MC. Don't get them confused, bro. You'll have a weird night.
I do wonder what the social hierarchy is there.
I don't know. Is it an elected position? Is he like the mayor?
He just default runs the town.
Why didn't she call literally anyone else?
Because she's a character in a movie.
Also, she calls with just enough time for him to announce it before she emerges in the car. It's like presenting to the light of the Svarina's ball. Your almost dead missing mother, who's fine, by the way.
Oh my god.
That's it. Movie over, life over, podcast over, existence over, 0 out of 10. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I think I've had all the tears jerked out of me I could for today. That was a feel-good story, and we only lost Sugar along the way.
But Isaac.
Oh no.
Of course.
Is there a blooper reel?
To take a line out of your book.
Oh no.
There's a deeper layer.
Oh. Oh my.
Now, you famously have a bit on again, off again, called the Master's Thesis.
I certainly have had scholarly aspirations at times.
You are an educated college man. As you used a couple episodes ago, you used the phrase timetables man to describe a fifth grader who was too smart for a movie, which I still laugh at. You're a college-educated man with a degree, and as you know, I am not those things. I have a couple semesters of community college. But I wanted to talk about this movie a little more, and I thought I would embrace my roots, which wouldn't be a master's thesis. It would be a layman's thesis.
Ah,
so
splendid.
I guess for a layman's thesis, you're going to put on like a top hat and monocle? I don't know. Is it opposites? I don't know. But, yeah. So
just put one of your shoes on one of your hands. You'll be good.
So, yeah. Let's, here is about a cowgirl story. Here is my layman's thesis. So, like, God, he's sort of like, he's like a shepherd. And the cowgirl, she's like, well, she's a sheep. But she's also a cowgirl. Honestly, I don't know. This didn't make a lick of sense. Now, I'm a simple down-home country boy. I am a layman. I ain't got no fancy college education like y'all do. But I will tell you what I have seen with the eyes of a common man. This little missy what done starred in this movie ain't nothing but a straight-up a missy. She pushes around everybody. She makes her own rules. She comes in there a stomping and a hooting and a hollering until she just gets her way. Things go wrong again and again and again. What this movie has taught us is that if you just never change, if you never learn, never grow, if you just put your faith in God, even though the movie doesn't really show you putting your faith in God, except for that awkwardly praying with the ginger boy that one time, well, either way, if you put your faith in God, He will right all the wrongs for you without you even having to do a damn thing. Well, He will even get you a brand new horse for all your trouble. You know, if I was a thinking man, and I assure you I am not, I would go out on a limb and say that Dusty, I think she's related to that love-wedding marriage hunk of human slime. It's almost like Larry really despises people who get to be assholes and still get everything they want. And you know what Dusty Rhodes does know about hard times? Nothing. What does she know about hard times? No, really. What does she know? No, Isaac, cut the fucking music. Cut the music. What does she know of hard times? You don't know what hard times are. Hard times when the textile workers around this country are out of work. They got 4 or 5 kids and can't pay their wages, can't buy their food. Hard times when the auto workers are out of work. They tell them to go home. And hard times are when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard times. That's hard times. And Ric Flair, you took hard times in this country by taking Dusty Rhodes out. That's hard times. And we all had hard times together. I admit, I don't look like the athlete of the day is supposed to look. My belly's just a little big, and my honey's just a little big. But brother, I am bad, and they know I'm bad. There were two bad people. One was John Wayne, and he's dead, brother. The other is right here. Nature Boy Ric Flair. The world's heavyweight title belongs to these people. Shit, did that turn into a Dusty Rhodes promo?
I think it did. I think it did. Yeah.
Oh man, no, seriously though, I wanted to do that bit, but Dusty is just fucking Mandy Moore from Love Wedding Marriage. They're just the same person.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
I had no idea too, because I watched maybe a cumulative 45 seconds of this movie. It was the title.
Yeah,
the
that
title alone, and faith-based. Yeah, that's all I needed, right. And yeah.
It's bad. It's just a character that gets everything she wants and can be
funny it worked out like
be a complete asshole. Her horse dies, so in this case there's slightly more lasting concerns, but she gets a new horse right away.
Right, yeah.
I mean, yeah, animals dying is very sad. When my dog eventually dies, I'm probably going to be a wreck for a while. But yeah, I mean, she replaces him immediately.
Yep, and as we all know, hamsters dying is exactly as sad as 9/11.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Hamster gate. I'm done. I'm done now. I'm done.
Oh
I'm
boy,
done.
a Cowgirl story.
I'm done.
Are you glad you took the mystery box last week? You did this to yourself.
No, I know. I know.
You poor man.
I thought about that a lot.
Oh boy.
I think I have an idea after thinking about it what your suggestion for the Harold Ramis movie might have been.
Oh, I'm curious if you got it or not.
Was it Year One?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I listened when I was listening to ensure that everything sounded good. I was like, you said something about having things I don't like in it, and I passed that on Netflix. I'm like, isn't that Harold Ramis? That's Jack Black. Yep, that's it.
Yep.
I don't like Jack Black.
Who do you dislike more, Jack Black or Michael Cera, who's the co-star of the movie?
Are you serious?
Yes.
I didn't even see that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, I chose correctly. Actually, did I? Did I choose correctly?
Well, maybe someday we'll find out.
Oh, no. Oh, God, I hate them both. Oh, Michael Cera's the worst.
He's so quirky.
That's why he's the worst.
Why hasn't he starred in a Wes Anderson movie? Come on.
I don't. Too much work. No one will see it.
Did he do a voice in Isle of Dogs? I don't think he did, because then if he did, you'll never say Isle of Dogs, and you really should. It's so good. If you love your dog, you'll see that movie.
Excuse me, Dusty Rhodes. Keep your fucking guilt out of this, please. Is your mother in an active war zone or something?
Yes, she is.
Oh.
That's what she calls the bar where she picks up all the guys.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
Oh, golly gee, Mr. T. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to...
Golly gee, Mr. T.
Thanks for listening along with us to the Bowels of Netflix. We really enjoy your company here. And yeah, make sure to tweet us and Facebook us. Those are both at Bowels of Netflix. Send us an email if you're so inclined. If you've seen this movie and have any impressions of it.
Why? Why? What is wrong with you?
Or if you have any thoughts about God, the Army, or horses, please let us know.
Or the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Rest in peace.
Also, even better, if you have naked pictures of pretty much anyone, send it our way as well.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, that's bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. And make sure to rate and subscribe and recommend us to any of your podcast listening friends or especially enemies. You could really do someone in with us. And thank you to Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. That's where we get all our awesome music that you've heard from the episode and you're currently hearing now. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If you have any creative projects you're working on, he's got open source stuff or Creative Commons, whatever the license technically is. As long as you give him a shout out, you're free to use it in your project. Thank you so much for listening. We will be back next week, and I'll be talking about a horrible movie.
Yeah.
Called Teenage Bank Heist.
Teenage Bank Heist. Only Teenage Bank Heist. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Two generically named movies.
Yeah. Did you know Roger Daltrey has a cameo in it?
I don't know who Roger Daltrey is.
The fucking singer from The Who, you fucking slimeball.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's kind of funny because I've been singing his song. Wait, is that the Who? Who sings?
Yes, that's the Who, and no, he's not in the movie. I'm lying.
Oh. I was going to say, that's a weird coincidence that I randomly attributed to the first. Damn it! You got him, see? Look how easy it is. We're both gullible idiots.
Exactly.
Oh, have fun finding out that Force Ghost is there or not. Hey, listeners.
God damn it.
Listeners, nobody tell him.
No, tweet
Nobody
at me.
tell him.
Tweet, please. Tweet the truth. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week.
I'll see you inside the ring and I'll smell you later. That went the wrong way.